Yo, guys, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, man. First of all, this video is gonna be a good one. Guys, man, I tried to tell myself. I said, Shrine, don't make no more videos attacking protocols. I tried not to be that guy. I'd rather be the YouTuber that tells you, hey, this is a new project, jump into this project. But apparently there's a shortage of YouTubers that's kind of like you know, exposing certain things, man, certain things that's not right. So guys, bro, oh my lord. So a couple of days ago, I made a video for AVAX Land, right? I made a video for AVAX Land, and hey, I took this project as I can learn from this project, from the things that I failed to learn from Avarice, because there's a lot of things on Avarice I still don't quite know, And shout out to my boy, Mr. Aloha, on Telegram, because he's definitely experienced and he's been teaching me a lot. He's been showing me a lot when it comes to these auction protocols, because I do not know these auction protocols. You know what I'm saying? So, but I try my best to share the information I gather as I am learning them. That's why I'm making these videos. So, no, I am not a super duper crypto guru. I'm just a person with an imagination, with an ability to think for myself. And because I have that ability, I think, I should make YouTube videos to at least encourage people to think for themselves. All right, power to the people. At the end of the day, anyway, man. So I made a video for AVAX Land learning curve, guys. I'm gonna give you a little bit backstory. So if you guys remember, I want to say 3 weeks ago, probably a month ago, I made a video about Mountain Miner. All right, this was when I was in the field, right? So I made video about Mountain Miner. My first video I made about Mountain Miner was a positive video. I didn't think anything negative of it. I thought it was something that was going to be okay. It may have potential. I think the only thing I had a problem with was that I made a calculation based on because they put a cap on what you can earn, and I believe I made a calculation that you can only earn 4,000. You can only earn $4,000 a month or something like that. Okay, something to that effect. So that weekend, I had the privilege. I got to speak to the dev. Okay, when I spoke to the dev of the Mountain Miner project, my initial thought was that he was a cool dude. I did not think negative of him. I'm gonna be completely honest. Okay, I thought he was a cool dude. There was just certain things that was just striking me. One thing was that he was adamant about bringing down the Crops Farmer project. He would not let the Crops Farmer project exist. So he was just really trying to like make me a believer that I should not trust the dev team for the Crops Farmer project. And he said that there's things in the code, and these things in the code is like basically he's gonna rug. He was trying to present that what I saw in the code as this is definitive evidence that the Crops Farmer dev team was going to rug us. And I remember getting off the phone and I had to really like think about the conversation I just had. You know what I'm saying? It started off from me talking to a cool guy, to a dude that is like that phone call. He had an agenda. The agenda was to get me to make videos or stop making videos for Crops Farmer and to start making videos for Mountain Miner. But guys, remember, man, I'm gonna do that to think for myself. So I thought it for myself. I'm like, nope, there's a couple of things that I've seen the dev team and a Crops Farmer do that goes against that they would actually rug. Therefore, I made a decision that even if they can rug, I'm gonna ride with that team. Because the team, to break it down, there's certain properties in the code that was still left open, and the properties in the code, if somebody was malicious, they could have basically slow rug the contract, right? However, I seen the dev team in the Crops Farmer project. I see them alter the code to benefit the users, right? So these miners, they work with a thing called inflation, and the inflation is to basically keep the life of the miners going by it's constantly lowering the value of the seeds, right? So every day more seeds would be printed. So if you invested $100 on Monday, you would get, like, let's say 300 seeds hypothetically, but you invest in on Tuesday, you get 330 seeds, and that goes on forever, right? So that's what they work on. Now, I've seen the dev team on the Crops Farmer project alter that portion of the contract to allow people to get their funds. And as people are dumping the market and people are taking profit and they're trying to exit, and I guess the project is losing momentum, the way that the inflation is set, once it reaches to a certain number, to a certain number on a TVL, it's basically going to overpower your ability to compound over it twice. I even want to say 3 times, but I could say for sure there was 2 times that they fixed this. So I'm like, no, bro, like this is a team that benefited the investors. They helped the investors profit and to make sure that everybody get an ROI. So something just doesn't make sense with the information that the mountain miner dev was trying to give to me, man. So, whatever, man. So I went and I made my videos. I had to expose that because we don't give a fuck about that, bro. As investors, all we want to know is that there is a trusted dev team that made a trusted contract, and the contract is done in such a good way that people can make money from it. That's basically the golden zone. Is that DeFi is full of corrupt people that it's hard to achieve that. That's why all these protocols even exist, because people got to make 1,000,000 protocols and take different angles because they got to basically protect investors from themselves, while simultaneously they got to protect investors from corrupt devs. So do you see like that's basically the gist of why is there always a new project coming out? Because technically this just can't be one perfect project. It's hard for it to be just one perfect project. So anyway, man, so whatever, man. That's my history with him. Now, moving on to AVAX LAND. What the hell do this story got to do with AVAX LAND? Yo, guys, I jumped into the AVAX LAND Discord a couple of days ago. You guys seen I made a video on AVAX LAND, I want to say 3 days ago, and I literally invested into the project. I invested into it because I'm like, okay, let me learn let me learn through AVAX LAND what I probably failed to learn through avarice, right? Yo, so I jumped into this thing. I invested. I made my video. Some of you guys probably seen the video. Some of you guys probably invested or not. I'm going to tell you, it started with this. I started getting feedback from people in my group, in my Telegram group, and they're basically telling me that, look, I think I may not invest into AVAX LAND. I think there is something shady going on with this project, right? Give me a second, guys. So I got people telling me, I think something might be fishy with the project. I'm like, what's fishy about the project? They said that, well, to start off, there was a 3 million token minted that was passed across the dev team, right? So when I first heard that, the first thing that crossed my mind was what Roasted Beef had done, right? But I'm like, okay, maybe there's a reason for it. So what I started to do is I jump into the Discord. They have an announcement section. You guys can check out the announcement section, all right? So when I checked out the announcement section, I seen they have an announcement that they're doing giveaways. They're doing team giveaways of 300 million tokens or something like that. You guys can check it out yourself to get the information straight. So in my head, I thought maybe they minted those tokens because since they're the second mover in the space, they have to create some type of engagement, right? Because if Avarice have all the wells and everybody, they have all this big time promotion, they may need to do some type of giveaway, something to incentivize people to look in their direction. That's what I thought, all right? But I told my guys, I said, wait, before I jump to this, just thinking that they're being selfish for minting 3 million tokens, let me go and ask them. So I'll jump in the Discord, I asked a question, I got ignored. Every question I ever asked in the Discord, I got ignored, right? So I jump into the Telegram. I asked the same question. I'm like, but this time I had to add, like, look, I'm like definitely being ignored here. Like, what's going on? I'm trying to find out what's up. And then lo and behold, somebody just couldn't hold their tongue. So somebody comes out and say, don't listen to this guy Shrine Crypto. He's a scam. I'm like, how am I a scam? I invest into the project. How am I a scam? I'm confused here. He was like, yo, he's the guy that made the videos against Mountain Miner and that he's a fraud, something like that. That's what they said. I'm like, oh, snap, so I'm a fraud? I'm like, bro, like this, like words have meaning, right? You do understand that a scam is a person who basically exploits people with the lack of information, and they find a way to benefit because the other party lacks information, right? So I'm like, who did I exploit? Who did I take advantage of? How did I benefit from the scam in my head? But there's no point of really answering like these weird terms, because they're just saying, they're just using words for the sake of using words. Because they also told me that that something about bribe, like, because I told you guys the mountain miner dev was trying to basically pay me ahead to make videos to support them, and well, not just to support them, make videos to actually go against the crops farmer. So to me, I take that as a bribe. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest about it, you know. Had they said, okay, I'll pay you to make videos for me, that's probably something different. But it's kind of like, no, we have an extra spice on this mission. It's really like, now I'm teaching you what's wrong with this protocol. I would like for you to make videos, you know. And so whatever, bro. I hate this crap, man. I really do. But anyway, so it didn't take me long for me to discover that whoever is the dev team of the mountain miners is linked to the AVAX LAN. Guys, do what you want with that information. I am putting it out because I know right now I'm looking at it. They got 9,000 AVAX. This is a successful project in my opinion. They got 644 users. So this project is doing good. Can I say that they're going to rug or not? I don't know. But I do know that there is a community going around that's saying that they want to stay away from this project because they believe they have the ability to rug. And from what I'm seeing, if I have to judge based on character, right? I'm just going to say that this group does not operate from an honest standpoint. There's two things you got to keep in mind. There's two things, guys. Pay attention. One, they forked BUSD crops farmer, and then they was going at BUSD crops farmer jugular. They tweet certain things about their contract. They try to say our contract is a safer contract, so that means BUSD crops farmer contract, they're the frauds. Basically, leave them and bring a capital over here. That's number one. They never innovated anything. They saw avarice. They seen everybody talking about avarice. They basically forked avarice with AVAX land, but it's not quite in an identical fork because they were able to move certain things around. So it's up to you to make that decision. This is a team that's not about innovation. This team is about trying to find out who's doing what in the space. They're going to copy it every time, and then they're basically going to try to find a way to basically live in the shadow of legendary projects. I would not be surprised if this is the same team that made roasted beef. I would not be surprised if this is the same team that made roasted beef. In fact, if anybody can confirm that, please leave it in the comments. Because remember what roasted beef did? It copied from Big Beans, right? They made roasted beef and they took out 1,000 BNB. They took out 1,000 BNB, and then that was it. That was it. Like basically, that contract just imploded on itself. It never crossed all-time highs again. All right. Do what you want with that information. I'm sharing it because who else is gonna do this? Who else is gonna do this? It takes me to do shit like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks, but I have to bring the drama to you guys. I guess drama love me, so I have to bring drama to you guys, bro. And that's all I got for you. Guys, if you never heard of me, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button. Ask questions. You know, like do what you can, man. Protect your capital because there's people out to get it. That's all I got for you. Peace out. Stay blessed.